Hey guys, this is Nancy Basile from MediaMedusa.com, and today I have 9 awesomely addictive TV shows for you to watch if you're a fan of Riverdale. I'm a fan of Riverdale, and I never thought those words would come out of my mouth. I got hooked on Riverdale over Christmas. I binge watched the entire first season on Netflix, and now I'm totally hooked. There's something about the vivid colors and the soapiness and the teenage drama and the mystery. There's just something about Riverdale that keeps me coming back for more. So, if, like me, you're looking for other shows to watch now that you're hooked on Riverdale, I've got 9 different shows for you to check out. At number 9, we've got 90210. I'm not talking about the reboot, I'm talking about the original version with Kelly, Dylan, David, Donna, Andrea, Brendan, and Brenda. It was one of the first soapy teenage dramas to come around that got people hooked. What are some of the Riverdale connections to 90210? Well, Luke Perry. Luke Perry starred in the original 90210 series, and he plays Archie's father in the current Riverdale. Plus, Pop's Chocolate Shop and the Peach Pit are an awful lot alike. At number 8 is Dawson's Creek, that made a star out of every single one of its lead actors. James Vanderbeek, Katie Holmes, Joshua Jackson, and Michelle Williams all went on to bigger and better things. Dawson's Creek was on for 6 seasons, and in those 6 seasons, somehow, with only 4 main characters, they all ended up hooking up in various ways. And that's its connection to Riverdale, which also has 4 main characters that are finding all kinds of combinations and ways to hook up. At number 7 is Party of 5. Before Matthew Fox got lost on that island, he was the de facto patriarch of his siblings when their parents got killed in a car crash. Party of 5 doesn't have any direct connection to Riverdale, but like Riverdale, the stakes are always high, somebody has an addiction, and you never know what's going to happen next. At number 6 is Everwood. So you think you discovered Chris Pratt when he was on Parks and Recreation? Nuh-uh. He starred on Everwood back in the day. Does Riverdale remind you of Everwood? It should, because they were both created and executive produced by Greg Berlanti. The OC holds the number 5 spot. The OC was about a bunch of snobby teenagers who took a rough and tumble Ben McKenzie into their group. Again, this was a soapy teenage show that found numerous ways of combining its 4 main characters. And like Riverdale, there was a lot of tension between the haves and the have-nots, the kids on the right and the wrong side of the tracks. Number 4, One Tree Hill. How did One Tree Hill get its name? Is it an address? No. You see, if you lived in the fictitious town of One Tree Hill, then you knew that there was only one Tree Hill. One Tree Hill is a lot like Riverdale, following teenagers as they traverse the obstacles of high school. At number 3 is Degrassi High. This show was incredibly addictive, even though, again, it was just about teenagers at high school. The addictive part was that they didn't cast professional actors to play these characters. They were just real teenagers, almost being themselves. So it was enticing to watch them. The series also captured the essence of the 80s. It didn't get much more 80s than Degrassi High. Riverdale connections? None direct, again, just about teenagers, although some of the acting in Riverdale reminds me of some of the acting, or lack of, in Degrassi High. Sorry, Riverdale. Number 2, My So-Called Life, starring Claire Danes before she became a big star. As one Internet Movie Database user put it, it is a travesty of justice that it was ever canceled. My So-Called Life only lasted 1 glorious season. The beauty of My So-Called Life was that it explored darker themes of being a teenager, like teen pregnancy and drugs. One of the connections it has to Riverdale, or similarities I should say, is that the teens in this show deal with the fallout of their parents' divorce and the mistakes their parents make, just like in Riverdale. And finally, in the number 1 spot, can you guess? Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is one of the most addictive teen dramas that has ever been on television. Not just because it's about teens, and not just because it was about vampires and other creatures, but because it was just incredible. Joss Whedon crafted a nearly perfect TV series. Sarah Michelle Gellar starred as Buffy, of course, and it launched the career of David Boreanaz as Angel, which got its own spin-off series. Joss Whedon said more than once that the monsters and creatures on Buffy the Vampire Slayer were just metaphors for the real problems that teens and people deal with every day. There you have it, 9 awesomely addictive TV shows like Riverdale. They should keep you company while you're waiting for the next new episode. If you like this video, click the like button and subscribe so you know when another one comes out. And if you want to sign up for my newsletter and get some freebies, go to mediamedusa.com/newsletter. I've got several different kinds of newsletters you can sign up for, and each of them has its own freebie. Thanks for watching.